In this video, we will discuss about polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's also called as polycystic ovarian disorder. So, this syndrome is manifested by amenorrhea, hirsutism, and obesity associated with enlarged polycystic ovaries. It's a heterogeneous disorder characterized by excess androgen production which interferes with the reproductive and the metabolic functions. PCOS are the immature follicles containing eggs that turns into fluid-filled air sacs appearing like cysts due to hormonal imbalance. So this is the polycystic ovarian syndromes. So what causes this polycystic ovarian syndrome? Basically, the major reason for this is not clearly known yet, but just to discuss some of the factors that influence this PCOD is the change in lifestyle, diet and stress, and some genetic mutations occur at gene CYP21 and it runs in families, and one of the other important reason is obesity, which causes insulin resistance, and insulin resistance is the major reason for the PCOD, so the PCOS. And some other reasons to note is hyperthyroidism, hyperprolactinemia, non-classic congenital adrenal hyperplasia, Cushing's syndrome, androgen secreting neoplasm, acromegaly, and if the person is taking some drugs like androgen, valproic acid, cyclosporine, and some other drugs, that may also cause the PCODs. So coming to the pathophysiology of PCOD, that what happens is the major reason what earlier was said is that insulin resistance will alter the hypothalamic pituitary ovarian axis, which actually releases different hormones. So that causes the anovulation, that is no egg, and then it increases the androgen level in the body. That's how this PCODs are observed. So in detail to study, the pituitary gland will increase the secretion of luteinizing hormone and reduce the secretion of follicle stimulating hormone, which causes the impaired development of follicles. Because of the impaired development of follicles, that results into chronic anovulation, and this results also to hyperandrogenism. Okay, and this, because of the hyperandrogenism, you observe the symptoms like hirsutism, acne, and alopecia. This also lead to extragranular aromatization, which is the conversion of androgens to estrogen. This in turn again continues as a cycle. Okay, this actually occurs due to the hyperinsomnia also, or insulin resistance. This occurs, this causes obesity, obesity causes this, and all together they are more important in increasing the male hormones, that is the androgens will be increased, which releases more of the testosterone, which results in the anovulation. Okay, so important two factors we will discuss in PCOD, which are the two important perspectives of this is, one is insulin resistance and the other one is hormonal imbalance, especially the hormones, luteinizing hormone and the follicle stimulating hormone imbalance are the main two perspectives in the PCODs. Like hyper insulin resistance, that causes hyperinsulinemia, that in turn results in decreased hepatic production of sex hormone binding globulin, that will lead to the increased androgen process, that is the hyperandrogenism is caused, that causes the PCOS. That also causes oligo ovulation or anovulation, and then this also causes the abnormal folliculogenesis. This in turn causes the high estrogen or the high testosterone, which are the male hormones, which causes the hyperandrogenism, and this also elevates the luteinizing hormone levels, which causes the anovulation, which in turn is the result of PCOS. So basically what happens in insulin resistance is that the cells fail to receive the glucose molecule which is there in the body. So because they are developing resistance to the insulin, that's the reason glucose started storing outside the cell, which in turn causes the weight gain in PCODs. The other thing that happens is that insulin in combination with the androgen will start releasing more of the testosterone or more of the male hormones, which results in the anovulation or no egg is produced. That's the reason there will be a amenorrhea or oligonuria. That's the missing period or the lack of periods will be observed because of the insulin resistance. So these are the two hormones which are very important to maintain the menstruation, and then which are the cause for the PCODs, that is the luteinizing hormone and the follicular stimulating hormone. The balance between these two are more important in this case. So what the luteinizing hormone does is that in the normal condition, the luteinizing hormone acts on the androgen substrate, which releases equally testosterone and estrogen. Estrogen is produced more, which is the major sex hormone in the females. And then this follicle stimulating hormone is responsible for the maturation of the egg in the ovaries. So because of the follicle stimulating hormone, the follicles which contains the eggs will be matured and released into the fallopian tube. So this is the responsible for the release of the eggs from the follicles into the fallopian tubes. So in to have a normal menstruation cycle, the balance between the FSH and LH is most important. So in normal cases, balance is required because so in normal cases what happens is that initially there will be a increased level of follicular stimulating hormone, and then as the ovulation time comes, the luteinizing hormone concentration will be increased and the FSH level will be decreased. This is in a normal menstrual cycle. Okay, but in PCOS, what happens is that there will be a very high surge of luteinizing hormone from the beginning, which causes the PCOS. That is, there will be an increased level of luteinizing hormone and a reduced level of follicular stimulating hormone in PCOS. So increased level of luteinizing hormone, what does this do is that it will increase the androgen substrate, and in turn it will increase the production of testosterone, which is a male hormone. That is due to the increase in the testosterone, it causes the excess body or facial hair, that is the hirsutism. Male pattern facial hair and the body hairs are observed because of the increased luteinizing hormone that produces more of the male hormones. Then because of the decreased follicular stimulating hormone, there won't be a maturation of the egg, which results in the no release of eggs, no maturation of eggs. That's the reason the egg is not released in the follicles, which will cause into the infertility, which is the cause for the infertility, or there will be a difficulty in conceiving, and then also you can observe the irregular periods. So coming to the symptoms of this polycystic ovarian syndrome are: one is amenorrhea or oligomenorrhea, in which there will be either the periods are completely missing for 3 to 4 months, or else there will be an irregular menstruation, and you can also observe the uterine bleeding, and it is a cause for the infertility in 20% of the population. And then some of the symptoms that are related to increased male hormone, that is the androgen or the testosterone, that causes the hirsutism, which is a male pattern hair growth on the face and the body, and also it may cause the acne and alopecia or the baldness, male pattern baldness you will observe in PCODs. And some of the symptoms which are related to insulin resistance, which causes acanthosis nigricans, that is the pigmentation from brown to black, and then obesity. These are some of the symptoms of PCODs. So this is all about the polycystic ovarian syndrome. Thank you.